Okay, so let's talk about ugly men's. My opinion on this is probably not going to be what you're going to think it is. So let's start talking about what inspired this. I saw a video of a feminist broad talking about how women should stop dating ugly men because it's setting feminism back. Wow, you're a horrible human being. Like, Jesus Christ. How do you like how do you justify getting up and like living with yourself in the morning? That's what I would like to know. Because like as someone that used to be an ugly man and is now currently a girl that has been fucked by a great many men, I have opinions. So let's talk about it. Um I've had sex with many, many men. I'm kind of a slut. Okay. Pretty much as soon as I figured out that I looked really, really feminine after losing weight, Ray Ray got a little slutty for a minute. I I kind of had everything that moved bang me for a little bit. And in that process, you get knowledge. And my favorite men on earth are bald, believe it or not. They think they're, fucked up or whatever. So they have like this like drive to do better. Mixed with the fact that they're bald because they're high testosterone. So drive to do better plus must fuck, gonna fuck all the time. Like, why wouldn't you want a bald man? Like, what do you want in bed? That's my question to you. Like, when you date a person, looks are a thing, but what do you want from them in bed? And especially if you're a woman, none of the things that I find attractive about men at all have anything to do with them being pretty. Like, I like the big, ugly, scary ones. Maybe that's just me. Like the dudes that are like 6'10" and hung, they chase Ray Ray. you know, I I might chase them too. It's a mutual love affair kind of a thing. And it's basically that most people can't handle can't handle that dude just doing whatever the fuck he wants. And most people can't like just bend me to their will. So like I love it, they love it. Like, don't judge us. Just because, like yeah, I didn't start out liking hate fucking. It's a slow build up to that, right? And like eventually you fuck one of these 6'10" hung motherfuckers, and you're like, oh shit. Oh, well now the world makes way more sense to me. I'm just like a different species of person or something. I don't know. Because like I'm the female of that species and they're the dude. Jesus. Anyway, none of them are good looking. They all look like they're gonna hurt you. You know, my mother's taste in men makes so much more sense to me after being a hooer. Slut. I would say whore, but like, you know, I think Ray Ray is like a level of hot that most men might pay a little money for, maybe, but it's much better if it's just for the love of the game. I think. Plus, like, if you do that and then you date them and then you can get them to buy things for you, Same as. I am a hoe. Like, I think every girl on earth is a hoe, pretty much. I'm like the least hoey girl. Like, I'm the girl that actually dates other girls. So, like, I'm usually the one paying for shit. And when I date men, I usually am dating other girls. And, like, I share. There's that too. Ray Ray comes with all sorts of fun. So, like, my definition of monogamy may be, like, looser than some. Because, like, for me, usually, I like to have a long term relationship with a girl. I haven't tried that with a guy yet. Maybe we'll try that soon. Um, and as such, I like dick. My girlfriend likes dick. No guy's gonna come between us. Just not. Explain that one, but like we wear each other's shoes and shit. It's weird, and you're never going to break up that usually, not unless something's just not right. And like you know, there's a dick buffet of men that like trans women that my girlfriend and I were pretty fucking hot, you know. So I don't know. I like making wishes come true. I don't know if group sex is really all it's cracked up to be, though. Like, after having had it a bunch, if you are a guy and you have a whole bunch of girls just worshiping you, you should do that. And I'm the kind of girl that likes to make that happen. But from the girl's point of view, it's really lackluster. Like, unless you're kind of a lesbian and you're making out with all the other chicks in the room, which is, you know, the point. I would say that is the point. Besides the multi-girl blowjob, it's the show while you're getting it. Like when I say multiple women, I don't mean two. I mean like 19. I've never had more than a three-way. That would probably shock a lot of people. Ugly men deserve love too, I guess is the message of this. And you know, if you if you find Ray Ray out there in the wild dating, you know, maybe you'll get lucky too. I'm kind of like starting to quiet down in my old age of 32. It's not the years, it's the mileage. Got a really good cart. This is from Cartel. That's what I prefer to smoke. I'm probably gonna like burn through this thing because I love it, but it's amazing. This one is like this is a $30 weed cart, basically it's 25. They're 25 now, but like forever and ever they were 30. Um, the other ones I get are $7, and they are not as good. Like I feel better than I have in fucking like year. I've been smoking the cheap carts for a while, and like I don't know. I don't think those are very good, to be honest. They are better than no weed, and in some ways, these are only good if you use them every once in a while. It's like this is some heavy shit. The stuff that I'm puffing on right now, if you guys were doing what I was doing with it, you would be unconscious. It's this is Berry White. It's an indica. It's a pretty heavy one at that. It's kind of a horny weed. I think, like, if anything, other than trying to arm the trans women, this channel is also sticking up for the ugly man or the every man, really. Like, you know what girls like? Girls like fucking romance and jewelry and attention. Like, we're gonna have whole fucking master classes on this channel on how to fucking slay pussy, basically. Because, like, I want this to be for my nephews, and, your Aunt Ray Ray, she may not slay pussy. Exactly. But, I definitely know what I'm talking about when it comes to girls. And, yeah, my eyes look horrible. This is why we have the sunglasses on today. I don't really do eye makeup much. I wear glasses, and like between the sunglasses and the glasses, I don't see a reason to do eye makeup. I'm kind of a nerd. I occasionally wear lipstick. You should consider yourself lucky if I do that. I did Commando Barbie the other day. I have green and black face paint in my shit, and I just like did dots of it all over. I have a full makeup kit in there too. I just like I'm kind of like Ellie Mae Clampett. Like, it's not that I'm a guy. It's that I'm not the kind of girl that would fucking wear makeup of her own accord, basically. Um, I think I look cute as is, and I think I'm very feminine. Like, it depends on how I'm holding myself a little bit, but like, howdy, boys. I am fucking cute. Like, you gotta admit, compared to before, I look fantastic. I think that's part of like my thing is I saw the transformation. And it continues. Like every day I get fucking skinnier. Like Jesus. My ass is kind of getting a little bit bigger, but I kind of like that too. So, but like my tits are getting bigger, my waist is getting smaller, my ass is getting bigger, and I'm losing weight. So all is right with the world, basically. I'm a much happier person. I think that's something that you should get too. And like this is the other thing is like for those of you that like your hang up about dating trans women isn't the penis, it's that you're dating a guy. Like we're an interesting breed and we're definitely not men. I don't know what we are. In the wrong bodies, maybe. I don't fucking pretend to understand that shit. And this is the stuff that I think men are legitimately interested in. This is, everybody wants to know what happens if you go that way. I have fun. I had more fun when I was with my girlfriend because we were, Basically, we were like two characters out of Sex and the City that decided to have a relationship, lesbian relationship in Tulsa during COVID, and our solution to life was like Chinese takeout, like Rick and Morty, Sex and the City. What else did we watch? There's a bunch of other shit. There's like a laundry list of shit that we watched. Breaking Bad. Um, anyway, our answer was that wine, weed, and you know, kinky sex. You can't go anywhere or whatever because of COVID, right? And like honestly, after COVID, I was a wreck. My girlfriend was more of a wreck, and I wish I knew how she was now. Like she didn't handle public well to start with. And that's why she and I got along so well. Basically, is because for whatever reason we were put into each other's paths, and I don't know. She uh, she was lost and needed something. She needed some place to be, and she needed love. So we did that, and also like probably drank way too much wine. I smoked the correct amount of weed, but probably too much weed. Ow. Ow. She uh she was fun to hang out with. That's what I loved about her. Like I don't really care that someone is like a man or a woman or whatever. Like at a certain point, like if you're not the 6'10" hung dude who I am hunting, like you wonder why like wear camouflage and drive a fucking hunting van. I'm hunting. You just have no idea what my prey is. Anyway, Dick Hunter. Dick Hunter could be a skit. Dick Hunter will be a skit. I'll have to find a willing volunteer. I have to have like some man that's just taller than shit and like jacked, and uh, because I'm me, it's probably going to be African American. That's what the men that chase me tend to be, like some sort of athlete that is African American. I don't understand that, but God love them. Like I've been fucked by some of the hottest men on earth that like worship me like a goddess, and I'm like, "Ooh, okay." And and you thought that you wanted to pay me? Okay. Like, that was half of the thing is like there are men hotter than you would fucking believe that are begging just to come hang out and fuck me. So much to the point that they're offering hundreds of dollars to come do so. Now, usually there's some sort of a psycho for one reason or another. And that's why it just gets to be flattering at a certain point. But the ones that aren't psychos are the ones that aren't offering money. Mm. Don't get involved with men for money. That's just my opinion. I uh, I like I like fucking for like the love of the game or whatever. Like go watch Sex in the City and know that Rachel is Samantha. Keep referring to myself in the third person because it's fun on the show. I don't do that in real life. I'm not a psycho. Dick Hunter. But like I'm Samantha in a lot of ways. I think a lot of trans women are just naturally Samantha. Some of us aren't. There's probably I've met girls that were the other characters of Sex and the City. I think basically that show it doesn't sum up all the kinds of women, but there's a few kinds of women in that show that I have met in real life, basically. And considering I know I am one, and like maybe that's because I watched that show when I was a little girl, but like I identified with Samantha back then. Like I saw Sex in the City when it came out, and that was like late 90s, early 2000s. Like Sex in the City and Ugly Betty were like my jam. Just Shoot Me. Like I actually like fashion shit way more than people would ever imagine. Like not really a makeup girl, but like I like clothes. I like shoes. I like shoes a lot. I have a shoe. I don't have a giant shoe collection, but I do have some shoes that are nice. What disappoints me is my Converse. Can't get it on camera. My Converse are busted. They broke. Like they were $130 pair of shoes, and like this is in a nutshell why I ordered some Altama. Um, they're their version of Chucks. I want to try them. I've wanted to try them for forever, and we're in the end of the world, so why not buy some fucking like Navy SEAL shoes? I almost bought Woobies, but I just didn't have the money. I'm gonna buy those next and compare them. That's I figure I need some shoes. I'm doing that instead of the bayonet lug, and that gives me more money for other things. And then I'll do the bayonet lug in a few weeks. That may not make sense to everybody, but I think I did the right thing. I I really want the fucking bayonet lug, but I also really need the shoes. So the thing was, I was gonna get the bayonet lug and wait on the shoes because I had another pair of shoes that I was wearing that were Skechers, and Skechers are junk. Don't buy Skechers. I have other shoes I could wear or whatever, but like I like having a pair of shoes that is the pair of shoes that I wear for most things. And that's kind of the pair that takes all the mileage, and the rest are, I pull these out and wear them and then put them nicely back. Go watch Carrie with her shoes. Like, yeah. I usually have a pair of heels too that is like my working heels that I have them here. So I wear these a lot, pretty much everywhere. I have walked miles in these, and I've killed two pairs of these shoes. And actually, because I'm a weirdo, this shoe's brand new. This shoe's from the last pair, and that's because on the new pair, the zipper on this shoe broke, but I still had the old ones. And for whatever reason, my right foot it fucking shreds fucking shoes from the way I walk. I have something wrong with my right foot, and my right shoes just wear out. Left shoes usually fine, so got lucky. And I went and returned the leftovers of those two pairs of shoes or whatever because the one that broke, I had just bought it like the week before, and the zipper just broke off of it. And Torrid was good enough to return it, even with me explaining that I kept one of the shoes. And they're like, "Yeah, it's no problem." Like, I love Torrid. If you're a trans woman, Torrid is kind of a plus size, stylish woman's clothing store, and they're very trans friendly. They sell everything that you could ever want, pretty much. And some of it's expensive, some of it's cheap. So like there's a clearance section. I love the clearance section. Girl, there's fucking deals in the clearance section, especially when it's like buy one get three free or whatever. Like the clearance, it's like it's already marked down to like 10% or some shit sometimes. So like it's like that one thing is like 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks, and you get to pick out. Sometimes it's just one, buy one, get one. Sometimes it's buy one, get two. Sometimes it's buy one, get three or four if they're trying to clear shit out. So, like, Torrid is a place that, you know, we'll go there. I don't have money to spend at fucking Torrid, but we'll go there eventually. We'll go there when I have money to spend at fucking Torrid. That's, when I go buy that kind of stuff, that's usually where I go. And like the shirt that I'm wearing, I like wearing some men's shirts still, and I buy them a little big. And this is from DXL. It's where I used to buy men's shirts. I can get stylish shit that looks good. And if I want a shirt that's kind of loose fitting like this, just to run around town in, I can get a big shirt. And if I want something that's, showing off the chi-chis, you can fucking get like a 1X or a 2X or something there. And girl, that they're not bad. They're not as good as the Torrid ones. The Torrid ones are made to do that. But if you buy a small enough T-shirt at a fucking men's clothing store, they start getting feminine. They're cut a little differently, but like they come in cooler patterns and they hold up better. They just do like pants too. Like I need to get like I want roundhouse material, like my old overalls, but in the Torrid jeans. And I don't know how to get that. And this is where like someone should give me a bunch of money to open a fucking women's clothing thing. Jesus, I didn't ever think about that. I should go into the women's clothing business. We just had a really good idea. Because like women's clothes are trash. You can't put guns in any of the pockets. You can't put knives in any of the pockets. There are no pockets. Like Ray Ray would make interesting female attire. There's like the female police of the world would be like, damn. And the fucking not female police of the world would be like, pockets. I don't know. I like imagine if Torrid and 511 got put together. Because like that's kind of what I would like to do. So like and mix in Roundhouse. If you've not seen Roundhouse, they're here in Oklahoma. They make overalls mostly. I'm a fan. Uh, I wish that they made like women's jeans in big sizes that were like like the ones I'm wearing. They're a little stretchy and they like it looks like you're poured into your pants. You know, and it's a look. It's a look I like to have. But I believe it or not, I have a nice ass. It's big, but like men are weird for whatever reason. Like the Hondas of the world are such fucking assholes that they will shame men for liking what they like. And let me teach you things about women that you should know. If a girl is short, she's probably fun in bed for various reasons. If the girl is tall, she's probably also a fucking slut. Like that's just my experience. I am a tall slut. The women that I've banged are all tall sluts. Uh, other shit about women though, like I don't know where I was going with that. you can read things into a woman that are beyond her physical beauty or whatever, and especially like the chubby women with big tits probably give really good blowjobs. That's just it's not fair. It's just not like I got mad skills. Uh, and that's like another thing is like I don't think trans women should be embarrassed about that. Like we are basically professionals for various reasons. Like, do you like really good blowjobs and anal? You should date a trans woman. That most trans women don't want you to know about or see or look at or touch their penis at all. Like at least not all of them. I'm not that way, and there are many women that aren't that way, but there's a good half of them that are like, yeah, could you just not? And straight men, if you can just not look that like we're a fun time, you know. Uh, the anal thing alone, like straight women are not inclined to do freaky fucking anal shit. With trans women, that's like, well, that was last Tuesday, you know? Like, what are you gonna do to shock me about that? Again, don't have vaginas. Just kind of like, I don't think of this as like me being crazy. I think of this as like me doing this. People have certain thoughts. I'm just beating them to the punch in a way. Because, like, that's the reality of the situation is like trans women don't have vaginas. I don't think bottom surgery gives you a vagina. So I will never do that. Okay. I'm a lady boy, she male, whatever. Hi, lady boy. Yeah, like Thai girls, like I don't ever intend to go past that. It's what I like. I'm happy with that. I I don't feel the need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or go into debt to some medical industry where like there's a lot of this that it's like the modern medical machine has like brainwashed these girls into thinking they need to chop their dicks off. And honey, I think your dick is what makes you special as a girl. Like, not to put this out there, but it is hard to find trans women. It's relatively easy to find cis women. You have value because of this, and you shouldn't mutilate your body. You know, personally, not to get too into it or whatever, but I've had one surgery or will. I haven't had it yet. I might as well have. They are very small. Uh, the the testes. Eventually I'm gonna get, you know, say goodbye to those. But I'm not gonna do anything more than that. Like, go look at Serena Valentina. That's Ray Ray. Okay, like I'm a little chubbier than where I want to be from her pictures or whatever, but like I'm a little chubbier even than she ever was at her chubbiest, to be honest. But she has some pictures out there that was like my goals. I adore that bitch. Not in like a lesbian kind of a way, but like as in like I watch your videos because I get to see myself in them. And like I think girls watch porn a very different way than guys watch porn. Guys are just like, "Oh yeah, yeah, she's doing that to my dick." Whatever. Like they're just pretending that their dick is like this big because that's what all the dudes in porn are. Meanwhile, the girls are like watching the girl and they're watching porn for the actress because they get to see themselves. At least that's, that was me. Uh, I also like actors too. Like I like hung studs, and there's a couple of them in particular. Like I used to watch Christian Triple X all the time just because he fucks every trans woman on earth. You can't be trans and not watch him, apparently. I think he's some sort of scumbag, to be honest. Profiteer, whatever. I don't like him. And that's mainly because he thinks I'm crazy. And he is right. I am crazy. Anyway, just leave it at that. He used to live in Pryor. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. There's when I was in college in Springfield, Missouri, there's a trans girl there in Springfield that her name's Oriana something. Oriana Frost, I think. Let me Google this. She was a local stripper slash whatever, and she was on Craigslist looking to hook up and whatever, and we talked a lot. She wasn't into hooking up with me at all, though. I got nudes of her, though. Her dick has piercings from the balls to the tip, like every like half a centimeter. Oriana Frost. I really think that's her screen name. Yeah, that's her. But yeah, she was on the loose around there then, and I was, to be honest, in college, I had a wig. I never told people this, but like I was living in my house with my mother and going out at night during college, and you know, there was, some bars there. There was whatever. I was fat, but I could pass with in a wig with some other shit, and like at least I thought I could. I'd go out and have fun every now and then, but I didn't do that much of that because I didn't want to get caught. I don't think I've ever told anybody that. Like, Springfield is a crazy place to date on Craigslist. Like, I was of the era of internet dating that Craigslist and Backpage were places where people went to hook up and shit. Still, at least crazy people. Like, I don't know. The regular internet dating things, you could not find anyone that just wanted to go have fun. Craigslist, you know, you might find someone who wanted to have fun. I dated several women there in Springfield during that time that, you know, some were trans, some were not, some were Chinese spies. It was a fun time. But my point is, I was ugly as fuck and fat as fuck the whole time. And the thing that got me by was confidence mixed with romancing the pants off of people. Like, don't ever just ask them to fucking have sex. Go to a place where people are looking to have sex and ask them to go to dinner or ask them to go to you know, come back to my place, get a bottle of wine, and we'll hang out. Okay. And if they're like, will there be sex? Say yes. But like, if they don't ask, like, don't tell them and like leave it up to them there and like set it up before you even go into your house or whatever that like uh so we're about to enter my home. I am a man, you are a woman. This is at the point that I'm asking for your consent for sex. If you do not wish to consent for sex, you may leave, or you may keep going with me and just say that you wish not to have sex tonight. And there's not a woman on earth that wouldn't be like, slides number. Okay, and like here's the thing is men don't understand women. They don't understand how to get them, okay? And there, you need to have respect, you need to have whatever, but by doing this outside of the home, by initiating things there, it gives her the freedom to leave if she wishes. It establishes your dominance because you are giving her the option to come and have sex, or to come and not have sex, or to leave. And to come and not have sex, what does that mean? Well, that means we're going to watch a movie and have some snacks and talk. And maybe next time we'll have sex. Okay? Like this is what a woman expects. This is how she wants a man to act. This is part of like this whole thing. If you're watching this and a dude, I would like to communicate some of that along with preaching to trans women and everything else. Like this page is a lot of shit. But man, women are easy to get. And the thing that you should be doing really is when you're young, go bang some fucking bitches. Just go do it. Like, don't break any hearts. Date around. Have sex. See if you can find love. If you start finding love, see if it lasts. Be my advice. Once you find love, I would stop looking. I usually do. And then I end up getting my heart broken. And then I'm back on the hunt again. You know? Dick Hunter. I've never pursued long-term relationships with men just because they want a level of control in a relationship that I wouldn't be comfortable with them right off of the bat. So, like, long distance getting to know someone, I'm a fet life person. Like, I like kinky sex and mental attraction shit, and the best way to get that, I think, is by getting to know someone before you get to know someone. Although, if you just bang everything that moves, eventually you'll find someone you click with. That's what I did. I literally just went and hung out and fucked and whatever all over Tulsa during COVID, and eventually ran into Dakota, and we clicked. And like it's hard to do that as a man now. Like the fucking gay world is full of that, but basically the straight world has just eliminated hooking up. That's not a thing anymore because girls don't want to hook up. And girls are told that they don't want to hook up by society, basically. And they're told that if they do hook up, they should do it with a hot guy and a hung guy and whatever, and they should have standards and yada yada yada. Okay, yeah, you should have standards, and those standards should be love, maybe money. Like, here's the reality. I don't want to get fucked in an alley or a car. So money helps these things. If you don't have money, there's no fucking bang bang, honey. Like, it's not like, oh, you have to pay me, but like, no, you have to have enough money that like you have a house to go back to or something. Like, why are we going to my place? Why are we driving my car? Let's see your car. And maybe that's my attitude a little bit, but like I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't even give a fuck how much money you have, other than you need to have enough money that I don't have to pay for your shit. Be an adult. Thus endeth the fucking was that sermon, I guess, on that. I usually have my own transportation, my own place to crash of some sort, like the house I'm in now. This is a family house that I own a part of that for the moment it's not going anywhere, and as long as I own a piece of it, I feel I can fucking stay here. Is that an advantage that I have that others don't? Yes and no. Like, I went out and made money and paid for part of this fucking house. So, like, you, that's kind of how I feel about it. And to what extent this place gets taken care of, I take care of it. Funny part is, like, you see the brooms by the door with the rifles. I get paid to clean other people's houses, but my own house is kind of dirty. you know, I'm your transgender maid. You know, I will clean your house for one price, dressed like this. I will clean your house at another price, dressed like a fucking hoe bag, basically. And the hoe bag price pretty much includes anything the fuck you want because I like sex. So, like, I don't imply that or say that or anything. I just hope to God that they just fucking do it because that's me, I guess. I don't want to be a hoe or whatever. I want to be like the cleaning service that, like, you just can't resist. I have had a client fuck me before. And once he figured out that I was into that, you know, I had to clean the whole house and then do that because otherwise nothing would get done, basically. And I still wanted money, and he still expected his house cleaned. But it was good. Maybe it's full service, really. I cook too. I'm a good cook. Expert sandwich maker. Sandwich maker extraordinaire. Anyway, I hope this has been entertaining and informational to someone about something about dating and being an ugly man and whatever because like the thing that you should get is the thing that makes women attractive is youth and beauty and whatever. Usually, there's other things. We'll get to that in a minute. The thing that makes a man attractive is power. So, like, you need to figure out what that means to you, and you need to go get that fucking power. If that means money, go get the money. If that means a sword, get the sword. If that means being fucking, muscle man Arnold Schwarzenegger, then go do that. But you need to figure out what of that is going to be your hook to get into women because like women like that shit. That's why guys do that shit. Like a lot of you watching this, I suspect are nerds like myself. The reason guys do those goofy ass things that are ridiculous and all fucking, muscle brained is because pretty girls flock flock to them when they do it. I'm not saying you should be that or do that, but you should understand it in your hunt. Like, welcome to Ray Ray's Pussy Hunters. It's like really, like that's what you should be at a certain point in your life. If you're a man, like no woman wants to date a man that's not some sort of a fucking like not sexual predator, but like a predatory spirit. Whatever. Like they are on the hunt for the thing they want. If that makes any sense. I hope all of this makes sense to somebody. If anyone made it this far into this, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with anything I said in this? What do you think about dating? Because I wouldn't say I have low standards. I would say that I date the exact fucking people that I wish to date. And that's basically back to there's other ways to be being a girl too. I'm like a fucking alpha bitch. You better be careful about being in charge of things. I might come and fucking suck your dick, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. And once that's happened, you're not gonna say no to me about anything ever again. Basically, really good, really good. You know, but I like to tell guys that like in ye olden times, there was only one person in the court or whatever that the queen really feared, and it was a fucking hooker that the king liked. You know, because like the queen might have his fucking like marriage, whatever, loyalty, whatever, but like that bitch sucks his dick every night, multiple times a night. He might kill me for her. He might. He might. Like that's the power I think that men don't understand about women or whatever is I don't try to like manipulate you to like do bad things or whatever, but like I have things I want. I can manipulate if I need to get them. I usually don't have to. Usually men are just throwing themselves at trying to do anything to fucking like put a ring on this. Believe it or not. I have I've had about 12 different stalkers and I've had low points in my life where like I've been banged my stalkers. If you really feel bad about yourself, your stalker will make you feel better. Anyway, I'll end on that note. My recommendation to you would be to don't be a stalker. Don't bang stalkers unless okay, if you have a stalker that is a really cute girl that brings you cookies and shit, that's a good kind of stalker. Like those stalkers exist. I've had those. Story time. We're not done yet. High school. I just got into this high school and I got like a bag of cookies with a fucking like card on it that was all glittery and whatever and was all like have a nice day and yada 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 and all this shit and I was like I don't know how to take this. Is this like it's like a death threat? Is this some sort of a gang initiation? Skeptical hippo face. No, that's just some chick that likes you. I I wonder about how many girls at that school actually liked me because I was always kind of a weirdo loner that just went and did my own fucking thing, and then like a group of nerds gathered around me. nerds gathered around your Aunt Rachel in high school because I'm 6'5". And well, most of the nerds they just weren't. So like I'm like the alpha nerd. That's what you're looking at. And I'm a girl. And I was the whole time. Like that was the reason why they hung out with me because like when someone fucked with them, guys don't get involved with that, honey. Girls do. And literally I created an environment where it was if you fucked with them, you fucked with we, and we included me. And I convinced several people that if I started fucking with someone just to stand behind me and look menacing, you won't get in trouble for doing that. Like, I was willing to get in trouble for shit. Like, I was a rebel. I almost got kicked out of school several times. Usually, my justification for whatever it was ended up saving me somehow, or I just got punished in some way. Been punished before. I think that's one of the things that like makes me me is that like I don't really think I'm all that or whatever. I'm just kind of a miserable bastard and I'm pretty tall and menacing. And like the combination got me through a lot of shit. I'm not as menacing as I used to be though. That's kind of like by design, right? Like we're in a world now where menacing doesn't get you anywhere. Ooh, strangely enough, I made a guy at Walgreens crap his pants the other day. But that's I have my grandpa in my back pocket and I can draw him like a gun, basically. And I made that dude shit himself. Kind of feel bad about that. Anyway, uh, I'll see you guys later. Go date. Go get on Tinder and just start like hitting on chicks. Just every girl that you hit up on Tinder, ask them to go to dinner. Ask them dinner and a movie, 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 dinner and a movie. The ones that say yes are the ones that are worth talking to. The ones that don't say yes aren't worth your fucking time. If a girl doesn't want to go see dinner and a movie with you, she doesn't want to really get to know you at all, then they're not worth it. And like after the dinner and the movie, you bang her fucking brains out. I'm not saying like you do that without her consent, but like, ow. After the dinner and the movie, if you do things correctly and you are a gentleman and you conduct yourself in such a manner that it, behooves oneself as being worthy of pussy, and then you ask like a gentleman if you can fucking come in and fucking bang her brains out, she might say yes. Okay. Now again, you need to figure out a way to do this that's not scary or intimidating. And this is why like a public date, like I would establish, hey, would you want to go have sex somewhere at the restaurant? Like women think you're going to dinner and a movie to get to know each other. We're definitely going to get to know each other. I'm also fucking here to hit on you. I think you look hot. That's why I asked you to dinner. You know, I got hit on at Arby's the other day by a girl. She said I was gorgeous. I was just buying mozzarella sticks and looked horrible, so I was like, "Thank you," and just driving off. I don't know. Like, I think I really do look femme as fuck, especially with my hair like this. Like, I wish I could get like Hi, I'm just gonna be like this forever. This is gonna be like after my facelift. I don't think a facelift is really a good idea. Although, like, at some point, like, I was 600 pounds. I'm gonna address some of that shit. Uh, Between men and other things, like, I think I might actually be able to get surgeries. If you find the right man, they should be willing to pay for the surgeries because they're going to get to enjoy the after effects. Like, shit to make you hotter. Like, my thing is, if I'm doing that, like, I'd want the dude to know that he's gonna get to enjoy. So, like, that's a marriage kind of a thing, right? Plus, then you get this health insurance. Basically, this is why I think trans women should be shopping for a husband. And they should be conservative as fuck, because why wouldn't you be? Like, all the reasons. You should be like a conservative libertarian, and you should be shopping for a husband. This is my message to the trans community in general. Um, and I'm trying to recruit you a pool of men to date from, whether you have a vagina or not, basically. Like, I would love to have all the men of this channel be like, you know, fuck it. You boys are fucking women too, or whatever. Like, you're not real women. We get that. Like, at least I do. There's many camps in the fucking trans community or whatever. Like, I'm in the like separate but equal camp or whatever. Like, I am a girl. I am a woman. I am not the same thing as like my mom, obviously. I'll do more videos like this. I don't know what I'll title the next one. Look for more titles about dating and shit, though, that are probably an hour long. I'm doing like the, sex ed of the gun community now, I guess, or dating advice, whatever this is. When you want to fucking weird noise. Sorry. When you want to get a girl to do anal, the best thing to do for that is to eat pussy. There's other things too. Like, I am kind of the expert at getting cis women, that's women with vaginas, to do anal because, like, when they do hook up with me, the fact that I'm a trans woman and kind of an anal hoe bag comes up, and they're usually curious. That's how it starts. They're like, "How could you possibly like that?" Well, I could show you. Just saying. See you guys later.